Queen Elizabeth's 30 best quotes through the years, including her words of wisdom during the holiday season. From staying positive in dark times to embracing growing older, the late monarch shared gems of wisdom during her historic reign of 70 years. Queen Elizabeth II inspired generations globally during her 70-year reign over the UK. As the longest-serving monarch in British history, the Queen was devoted to her people until her death at age 96 on September 8, 2022. In 1992, a year she deemed an annus horribilis due to multiple dissolving royal family marriages and a fire, the Queen demonstrated great courage and resilience. However, even before her ascension to the throne on February 6, 1952, following her father King George VI's death, she understood the importance of staying positive for her people and everyone around the world. Just as she did when delivering her first public message via radio broadcast in 1940. Alongside her sister Princess Margaret to the children of Britain during World War II. We know that in the end all will be well, for God will care for us and give us victory and peace. The Queen said, per the transcript on the royal family's website. Throughout decades of duty and service, the late monarch expressed other heartfelt sentiments in her speeches. From addressing the importance of tackling climate change to reminding people to love their neighbors regardless of race, religion or creed. Here are some of the Queen's most inspirational quotes and pearls of wisdom over the years. On happy people. Over the years, those who have seemed to me to be the most happy, contented and fulfilled have always been the people who have lived the most outgoing and unselfish lives. In her 2008 Christmas broadcast, on not taking yourself too seriously. But let us not take ourselves too seriously. None of us has a monopoly of wisdom. And we must always be ready to listen and respect other points of view. During the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1991. On being inspirational. But to be inspirational, you don't have to save lives or win medals. I often draw strength from meeting ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Volunteers, carers, community organizers and good neighbors. Unsung heroes whose quiet dedication makes them special. They are an inspiration to those who know them. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2016. On the importance of women in society. It has been women who have breathed gentleness and care into the harsh progress of mankind. The struggles against inhuman prejudice, against squalor, ignorance, and disease, have always owed a great deal to the determination and tenacity of women. In her Christmas broadcast in 1966. On taking small steps forward. And, as we all look forward to the start of a new decade, it's worth remembering that it is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. During the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2019. On being hopeful at any age. I believe that, young or old, we have as much to look forward to with confidence and hope as we have to look back on with pride. In the Queen's Golden Jubilee message in June 2012. On caring for one another. Our modern world places such heavy demands on our time and attention that the need to remember our responsibilities to others is greater than ever. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2002. On being courageous even when life is hard. When life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2008. On living each day to its fullest. Each day is a new beginning. I know that the only way to live my life is to try to do what is right. To take the long view, to give of my best in all that the day brings, and to put my trust in God. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2002. On aiming to see the good in the world. Perhaps we make too much of what is wrong and too little of what is right. The trouble with gloom is that it feeds upon itself, and depression causes more depression. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1974. On keeping a positive attitude even during hard times. In times of doubt and anxiety, the attitudes people show in their daily lives, in their homes and in their work are of supreme importance. It is by acting in this spirit that every man, woman and child can help and make a difference. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1974. On learning from the past. Although we are capable of great acts of kindness, history teaches us that we sometimes need saving from ourselves, from our recklessness or our greed. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2011. On motherhood. It is the best job. The Queen's response to Kate Winslet when the two discussed motherhood as the actress received her CBE honor in 2012, per the BBC. On being considerate neighbors. If we resolve to be considerate and to help our neighbors, to make friends with people of different races and religions, and, as our Lord said, to look to our own faults before we criticize others, we will be keeping faith with those who landed in Normandy and fought so doggedly for their belief in freedom, peace and human decency. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1994. On the virtues of aging. But with age does come experience, and that can be a virtue if it is sensibly used. Though we each lead different lives, the experience of growing older, and the joys and emotions which it brings, are familiar to us all. In her Christmas broadcast in 1998. On climate change. The time for words has now moved to the time for action. In a speech to the United Nations Climate Change Summit in 2021. On working together. Whatever life throws at us, our individual responses will be all the stronger for working together and sharing the load. In a speech at a state banquet at Dublin Castle during the Queen's first visit to Ireland in 2011, per BBC. On support after 9/11. Grief is the price we pay for love. A message from the Queen, written at Balmoral and read by the former British ambassador to the US. Sir Christopher Meyer, following the attacks on September 11, 2001, per The Telegraph. On staying true to yourself. May you be proud to remember, as I am myself, how much depends on you and that even when your life seems most monotonous, what you do is always of real value and importance to your fellow men. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1954. On growing older. Though we each lead different lives, the experience of growing older, and the joys and emotions which it brings, are familiar to us all. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1998. On finding a balance in reflection. We all need to get the balance right between action and reflection. With so many distractions, it is easy to forget to pause and take stock. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 2013. On Love Over Hate. It has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult. In the Queen's Christmas broadcast in 1957. On Finding Success. I know of no single formula for success. But over the years I have observed that some attributes of leadership are universal. And are often about finding ways of encouraging people to combine their efforts, their talents, their insights, their enthusiasm and their inspiration to work together. In her address to the United Nations General Assembly in 2010. On Keeping Traditions. Such a blend of traditions serves to make us stronger, individually and collectively. By providing the ingredients needed for social, political and economic resilience. In the Queen's Commonwealth Day message in 2020. On a Lasting Marriage. When the bishop was asked what he thought about sin, he replied with simple conviction that he was against it. If I am asked what I think about family life after 25 years of marriage, I can answer with equal simplicity and conviction, I am for it. During a wedding anniversary lunch in London in 1972, per the New York Times. On Life's Milestones. Inevitably, a long life can pass by many milestones, my own is no exception. In a speech at the Borders Railway in Scotland in 2015. On hoping for a more peaceful world. And when peace comes, remember it will be for us, the children of today. To make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place. In then Princess Elizabeth's first public speech and wartime broadcast alongside her sister Princess Margaret during World War II in 1940. On familiar family life, even for a royal. Like all the best families, we have our share of eccentricities, of impetuous and wayward youngsters and of disagreements. In a speech given to heads of state on the Royal Yacht Britannia in 1989, per Harper's Bazaar Australia. On impeccable fashion choices. I can never wear beige, because nobody will know who I am. The Queen's feelings on fashion, as shared by royal biographer Robert Hardman in the book Our Queen, per The Telegraph. On remaining hopeful during the pandemic. We should take comfort that while we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again, we will be with our families again, we will meet again. In a broadcast to the UK and Commonwealth at the beginning of the 2020 COVID-19 lockdown.